Alright, so now that we finally know Cricket 26 is releasing on November 20, let's talk about the part everyone's curious about, the prize. And then we'll get into the new features that have been revealed. So this right here is Games Shop's website, and as you can see, Cricket 26 for PS5 is priced at rupees 4999, which is basically 5000 rupees. The same goes for PS4, and most likely the Xbox versions will be priced the same as well. That's about 1000 rupees more than last Cricket 24, which already had people complaining a bit. The PC version is not listed yet since it's available on Steam, but if console pricing is around rupees 5000, I'm guessing the PC version will probably land somewhere around rupees 4000. Of course, prices could still change before launch, but as it stands, this is a big jump compared to the previous game. And honestly, for a title that is not a full-blown AAA release, this feels a bit steep. So hopefully the game justifies the price, because if it doesn't, we could be looking at a huge backlash from fans. Now looking at the Australian pricing, if you check JB Hi-Fi's website, the game is listed at 89 Australian dollar for PS4, PS5 and Xbox Series X. That roughly converts to about rupees 5000 as well. So yeah, it's definitely on the expensive side this year. Alright, let's move on to the interesting part, the features. So first up, we have something called Management Career, where every decision matters. Now this sounds exciting, but it's also something we have heard before. Usually Begin adds a few tweaks and calls it new, so I'm cautiously optimistic here. One line that really caught my eye is this: develop rising talent and manage injuries. That could mean we might finally get something like a manager or coach mode where you actually oversee young players and help them grow. That would be a first for the series, but at the same time, this could also be fancy marketing language referring to developing your own player. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Still, it's an interesting possibility. The rest of the management stuff like selecting lineups, setting tactics and batting orders are pretty standard and already in the previous games. Now moving on to the big one, the Ashes mode. This time they are promising an expanded Ashes experience, and the description mentions iconic highlights and press conferences. That could mean a few things. Maybe pre and post match interactions like simple yes or no press choices, or it could be something more detailed. Even more interesting, iconic highlights could mean recreating classic Ashes moments similar to the scenario mode from EA07, where you actually played out real historic matches. That would be really cool if that's what they're going for, but right now it's just speculation. Let's hope it's not just a cinematic replay feature. Then we've got the Pro Team mode, and they mentioned something new called Centurion Multiplayer mode. I'm not really a big fan of Pro Team myself, mostly because how broken the servers usually are. We have all had those matches where the fielder stops moving or you're stuck waiting for 30 minutes for the opponent to quit. So yeah, not my favorite mode, but Centurion mode could be interesting if it is something different. Next is the Academy, which is basically copy-paste at this point, create, share, play. Still, it's the backbone of the game, so it's good to see it is back. And for anyone wondering whether there will be a PC version, yes, of course there will be. Some people are spreading nonsense about Big and skipping PC due to piracy, but without PC, this game simply doesn't survive. The community creations and Academy depend on it, so PC will definitely be there on day one. Lastly, let's talk about gameplay. The description says, control every ball, master every match. Apparently, there will be enhanced batting mechanics, though I would take that with a grain of salt. Remember when they promised revolutionary fielding in Cricket 24? Yeah, we all know how that turned out. Still, there are a few interesting phrases here, like push shots into gaps for quick singles. That sounds like the precision shot system we already have. And control field aggressiveness for smart defensive play. Hopefully that means we can finally adjust fielding tactics on the fly, maybe similar to how EAFC or FIFA handles quick tactical switches. There's also mention of strategically limiting run rates and conserving energy during tests. If that's not just filler text, it could hint at new stamina and pacing mechanics, which would be awesome for realism. So overall, I would say I'm cautiously optimistic. The two things I'm most curious about are the expanded Ashes mode and manager career updates. Everything else seems more like refinement than reinvention. But fingers crossed we get some new batting and bowling styles, and hopefully the gameplay feels fresh this time around. If you've got any questions or thoughts about the pricing or features, drop them down in the comments. I'll try to reply to everyone. And yeah, until the next time, take care. I'll see you in the next one.